Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode number 76 of the Husker Hype Radio podcast. I'm Eddie Rosenthal, joined alongside Aaron Worsfold, Dr. E-Rock. Guys, as we always do, get right into it. Nebraska beat the brakes off of Houston Christian as they should have, 59-7. What do we got there, boys? I mean, honestly, that was just like that was the fun part of the day. The real part of the day was at night when our other Nebraska game was on, and Terrence Crawford crushed Canelo,
Yep.
and that was the best part of the day. Really, we knew it was going to happen in the morning. That was just something. But Crawford beating Canelo
That was
put
the appetizer.
Nebraska
That
on the
was the
map.
appetizer.
Yeah, Crawford, as he said, stomped a mud hole in his face. And that's what we're going to do next week to Michigan, boys. Anyways, though, let's talk about Houston Christian really quick. What do we think, fellas? What
I
did
think,
we think?
I think we
High school
called
team.
it. Yeah, high school team. I think we called it before. Same thing as Akron. It was us against ourselves. We wanted to show what we could do, get warmed up for Michigan, and I think we played. For some reason, I feel like we played maybe it's the points we put a little bit worse in my head compared to Akron for some reason. I feel like Houston Christian seemed like a more put together team slightly, even though they shouldn't have been. But easy dubs.
Yeah, I mean, we did put our second stringers in immediately at the start of the second half in this game, though. And then we went to our third stringers pretty quick after that. So you got to put that into effect. Also, first home game, it being a night game, fans being fired up, players being fired up. That's got to put a little something in there rather than starting at 11 o'clock. I don't want to say that we should be playing harder during night games in Lincoln. No, we should be playing the same, but like
Did
those are
you?
just things that, you know, it's the reality.
Right.
Yeah, that game was no Archie again, no Archie Wilson again. So I guess maybe is he gonna redshirt this year, boys? We just gonna
Can we
get
get
the
Archie to
punt?
redshirt? How fucking badass would that be if Archie was able to redshirt?
That'd
That'd
be
be
dope.
sick. It's not gonna happen. He'll see some action on the field this week during Michigan. We're playing Big Ten football now.
Yeah,
This is where our season starts. I don't even want to fucking talk about Houston Christian, to be honest with you, boys. We did what we had to
preseason.
do. We went in there and we now it's go time. This is the start of the season.
Yeah,
Nebraska, Michigan, 2:30 p.m. Central Time game broadcasted on CBS. You're gonna get to hear the the Big
Jackson
Ten
Pyro.
Network on CBS. Actually, you're not going to be able to listen to it because you're going to be watching Husker Radio. You're going to be tuned into the live stream.
Yeah, actually, before we move on to Michigan, let's talk about the beach ball. Eddie had his first live
Oh,
showing of Husker Hype Radio at the beach ball. I was paying attention. I would check in every now and then. Eddie wasn't as interactive with the chat as he is usually, and I couldn't tell the vibes. Eddie, touch on that quick. I want to hear how your viewing party was.
so it wasn't up to par. It wasn't a Husker Hype Radio that something I'm satisfied with, and I'm sorry about that. It was 9 a.m. I got there and I was a little like nervous, to be honest with you, because there's guys up just at the bar, and I'm like, oh, here I am. I'm gonna put on a fucking corn cob suit and start screaming about Nebraska football. And so I just like chugged two beers, and I was like, all right, it's go time. Fuck it, I don't care what they think. Um, but we did it, and I want to give it another go. I want to do it during a Big Ten game because I also think it being 59, how many touchdowns did we score, bro? We scored 7, 8 touchdowns.
We didn't punt, so
Yeah, I just got stupid really quick. And
yeah.
I didn't have DJ faders.
We had many Californians for Nebraska show up.
Zero.
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 That's not on you, Eddie. You did a lot of promo. You have a website. You
I
posted a
know,
lot.
bro.
Oh, and then let's talk about the Instagram. The Instagram. So from now on, we can no longer stream on the Instagram because We don't have 1,000 followers. So if you're listening to this, please like and subscribe
Please.
to or whatever. Follow our Instagram.
Please follow Husker Hype Radio on Instagram. That's
How do we feel about moving forward? Is YouTube an option, or is there a subscriber situation with that one too?
I think we could get it going, but honestly, I mean, I have 1,000 followers on my own page, and we could get more from my page onto the Husker Hype Radio one. You know, like YouTube could also work, but I think Instagram is more accessible from the phone, and that's where people are watching it from. This is something we can talk about this. This is a
This is a great question for the Husker Hypesters. Comment
true.
and reply. What's easier for you? So we know moving forward, what can you watch it easier on?
Yeah, should we switch over to Instagram? I will for the people. If we need to do that, I totally will, 100%.
Okay. We'll put a
Yeah.
poll up or something and then we'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
we can
So
totally
not as
do
good
that.
as it could be, but we'll do it again and it'll be better
Yes.
at beach ball.
Yeah, we need DJ faders, dude. And I'm not going to be a bitch this time. I got really drunk that day. Is
It's just not. It's a different feel, a different environment. This Michigan game is going to be a Big Ten football, like you said. It's going to
Yeah.
be. You're waiting for a touchdown. You can't wait for a touchdown. So when a touchdown happens, that fireball tastes so good.
We're not
It's
testing
different kind of
anything for the
feeling.
Michigan game. We're not experimenting at beach ball for the Michigan game. It's going to be live in Costa Mesa, California at the Husker Hype Radio headquarters, baby. And you bet your ass that stream is going to be one to remember.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Well, that's all we got to say. Let's talk Nebraska football now. Let's talk Nebraska football. Maybe just a bit on what happened in the Houston Christian game. I want to give a couple of guys shout outs. Rex Guthrie leads the team with tackles. That's a guy out of Littleton, Colorado. And Williams Newary picks up the fumble for touchdown. John Butler in a press conference said he looked so athletic doing it. It's like he picked up an orange with his hand and then just trotted into the end zone without even trying. Guy's just an athlete. But that's guys. They were saying I saw something where Rex Guthrie and Donovan Jones, those are two starting guys in the secondary for the number one pass defense in the nation. Number one pass defense in the nation. And they only got offers from Nebraska and the second best team, Wyoming. What does that tell you about Matt Rhule and the coaches that he's brought on that say, hey, they might not be looking at by Alabama or by fucking Oregon, but I see something in it. I'm going to take a chance on these guys. These are the guys that I want in my program. And now they're going to start for the number one pass defense in the nation. Doesn't that fire you boys up?
Absolutely.
Doesn't that fucking get something going, dude?
I got to try to stay calm this week. There's going to be a lot of energy that's going to be exploded on Saturday. And
Shout out
honestly, last Saturday I had to be at work for the first half of the game. The first time in my life I've ever missed the first half of a Nebraska game. I felt like I was dying inside. So I didn't enjoy watching the game. Second half I got home, I pounded some beers, and then we were up by 50. So I had to take a nap before the real fight at nighttime.
Yeah,
that's how the game went for me.
Nice. Sire Wright. I think there's been a stat he's played 150 something snaps, only been targeted 4 times, and it has one pass caught against him for 4 yards. Shout out Sire Wright. And a question I've had is, I remember last year, dude, the whole state of Nebraska, every analyst, the guy that goes and does the fucking press conferences was raving about Tommy Hill. Absolutely raving about Tommy Hill, saying his name was going to be on the stadium. Why isn't Sire Wright been that guy, like that type of hype this year?
He hasn't had that Colorado play yet.
Hasn't had that Colorado play. Well, no, this was before Colorado. This was like preseason when everyone was like, Tommy Hill is going to be
that name on the wall thing. That was from when he first came here out of Arizona State. Fisher, our old defensive back coach, told him, hey, you got the talent, so you could have your name on the stadium one day, but you got to get your shit right. That's what that quote means.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying. So you're right.
Dog.
JBJ, first ever receiving touchdown in a Cornhusker uniform. Isn't that nuts?
Shocking.
3 rushing touchdowns last year. First receiving touchdown for the Big Red. Let's go.
One play I did see was that deep shot from TJ Lateef to Cortez Mills.
Ooh,
That play was exciting to watch.
Oh,
That was a 60-yard bomb, and he just let it fly.
man, I love Lateef.
Yeah, and he's a mobile quarterback, but we're gonna have to pay to keep him.
Wait, man, I love, bro. It's so close to MILF. You could put that on a shirt. Man, I love let L a little tiny LAT.
Oh yeah, T.
Milf with two L's.
Oh yeah,
Milf with
yeah.
two L's.
No,
Wait,
you put man, I love Latif on the right side, and then on the left side is his last name, and it has MILF as an acronym.
yeah, okay. I like that. Yeah. I see.
Ooh, yeah.
Should we make MILF shirts?
Should we make some MILF shirts, boys? Genius business idea. All righty. Okay, fuck it. Let's get to Michigan. Anything else about the user? Any shout outs you guys want to do?
Bud Crawford.
Bud Crawford, we already fucking covered that, Eli.
Yeah, but that needs to be covered again. I mean, it was submitted himself as one of the greatest fighters of all time. I know we're here for Husker football, but
Pound for pound, best boxer in the history of the world.
That's
in my opinion, in my opinion, and you'll never be able to change my mind. So go Big Red.
Eat Canelo's ass in Vegas. I didn't watch it. I'll be honest with you guys. I was too busy getting hammered, but the highlights were incredible. I had no doubt that he was going to win.
Yeah, I won $150. That's awesome. I should have won
Yeah.
more. Should have done more.
Hey, did you watch the fight?
Yeah, I did. I watched it on a phone. I was at the bars. I was getting blitzed, but I like did a couple of these. I was watching it like this
Oh,
on the
man.
fucking
Yeah,
whatever.
masterclass fight.
I have a question. I have a question about what I saw on Saturday. It's the Luke Lindenmeyer and Heinrich Harbarg show. Where's our boy Carter Nelson at?
Great question. I don't think anybody has the answer for you because they don't share that.
The only time I saw him on the field was when it was second and third stringers. I didn't even really pay attention to him at all.
And Luke, Dana in his press conference today gave high praise to Luke in his press conference. I feel like he does every week. This week he said that he didn't play that well against Houston Christian, but I'm just wondering, like, does Dana have like the hots for Lindenmeyer and isn't letting Carter Nelson in, or am I just looking at that at a totally completely wrong way?
I think the perspective you always have to assume with these coaches is that they'll play the best guy no matter what. And Luke's that guy right now, it seems like, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think Luke is the best guy. But
Also,
Really excited.
do
I
we know
think
the degree of Carter Nelson's health at all anymore, or is he all cleared up in that respect?
I'm sure he's healthy. He wasn't listed on any of the depths, like he wasn't listed as questionable or out or anything. It's just that the fact that he's an athlete. He did well for us last year. Not necessarily as a tight end, but as a wide receiver. Like we burned his red shirt last year too, right? He played more than 4 games.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Let me see. Let me see his number. Carter Nelson. He's listed as a sophomore on the
Damn.
roster. So we burned his red shirt. It's like
What's going on?
I don't know, man. That's really a looming question up in the air. And another kind of 3 guys that have been in the mix at running back. We got Emmett Johnson still holding his ground at number 1, but Quentin Ives played a lot. He had more carries than Emmett in the game. What was it? Quentin Ives had 12 carries for 85 yards. Emmett had 13 for 78, but better average, 7.1. Emmett averaged 6.0. We did not see Mekhi Nelson play a snap. Mekhi Nelson was not injured. That was a coach's decision not to play Mekhi. And like you said, Eli, they're not going to tell us what that shit's all about.
But Dana did drop something in the press conference today that said Steve Sipple pointed out in his their podcast today that they released. He He said something. It'd be nice to have Mackay back. People are like, "Well, what do you mean it'd be nice to have him back? Wasn't it your guys' decision to hold him out?"
Right.
So that raises what's going on there? That's another big question mark right now. But
What's going on in Lincoln, Nebraska?
we always want to know more. We always don't know enough.
Yeah.
I honestly texted you guys on Saturday saying Quentin Ives looks a little slow. Granted, he had the production, so I'm not gonna throw smut on his name. But he did look slow. But he was hitting those holes, man. He was patient. Maybe that's the word, patient.
That's yeah, and maybe
Nah,
there's
I think you're
different
right the
types of
first time.
backs.
He was slow, brother. I'm sorry. He's slow. He's
You saw
not
that
playing the
too.
Michigan game. Yeah, I think they put him in the game so to get other people. Without the game, anybody getting hurt. That's why I think he played majority of the
I
snaps.
think there's different types of backs. I think that you put Quentin Ives in the game when it's a fucking ground and pound and you want him to go through the holes, dude. He's not going to break one for 75 now, but
Where was he
he's
at against Cincinnati then?
huh?
Where was he at against Cincinnati?
I don't know, dude. Maybe they're just playing fucking mind games on Michigan, bro. They're
Chess.
playing mind games on us. We're at one in all the questions. What do you think Michigan's doing? They're asking all these the same questions too. Where's Carter Nelson? Where was Mackay Nelson? We saw a lot of Quentin Ives. Like what? Like what are we doing on the offensive side of the ball here? We know that Dylan Raiola can pass. We know he can throw. Fucking second best quarterback in the Big Ten, first in my eyes.
Number one.
But it's a lot of stuff that us, Huskripe Radio, and seemingly any of the Nebraska, our fellow Nebraska analysts, can help to answer. Dana Holgerson is a sneaky little cat.
And that's why college football is the best reality TV that we have in this world.
It is.
Number one.
It is, dude.
I'm excited to dive into this game. I wrote a few key points in my mind for the Nebraska offense and defense. Which one would you want me to start with?
Aaron, I'd like you to start with Nebraska offense, Michigan defense, because that's the one. I feel like defensively, I think we got the game plan, but offensively, I'm interested in what we'll do because I'm not really big into Michigan's defense.
So the main thing I have written down that overall scares me with the Nebraska offense is our rush yards per game, 178. That's the middle of the pack of the Big Ten. Every other stat we have, great at passing, number 5 in the nation in passing. Total yards, we're inflated because of our passing. I'm worried. Can we win the line of scrimmage against Michigan? Because we looked like we struggled against Cincinnati. Can we run the ball against these guys? We're going to have to. It's Big Ten football. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Yeah, can we win the line of scrimmage on both sides? You know, the biggest question mark still for the Nebraska football team is the defensive line. If we want to keep it to the offense, though, I mean, Henry Lutoski came up in his press conference and he said we're a totally different team than we were week one, and that's something that you got to understand. You got to take the Akron and the Houston Christian games with a grain of salt. They're not a Big Ten football team, but Cincinnati is a Power Four team. And we went out and we won the game. Did we win the line of scrimmage against them? I don't know.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Yeah, if you were to ask us the couple days after that, we'd say no. But to your point there, Eddie, the other thing I had highlighted on the defense is that Michigan, they're a great running team. I don't think we have to worry about Bryce Underwood throwing the ball too much. We have the number 1 pass defense in the nation, but for God's sakes, all right?
Yes.
Can we stop the run?
Yeah.
Can we stop the run? And not just that, can we stop the quarterback run? He's going to want to hit those. He's an athletic boy.
Right.
That's where the game's won and lost right here.
They saw what Sorsby did against us. They're totally going to run Bryce Underwood. Totally going to run Bryce Underwood. And what John Butler said their offense is it's them running with the second best running back in the Big Ten, or sorry, first best. Emmett Johnson is number 2. Justice Haynes has 388 yards on the season, 7.9 yard average. That's a big boy running the football right there.
Transfer from Bama. That's a Nick Saban boy.
So we got to stop that guy, dude. We got to stop Bryce Underwood. Do you think maybe?
I'm sorry. Before we get too far on offense, we cannot turn the ball over. That is the story of the week to me. It's turnovers.
Yep.
Playing at home against a freshman quarterback, if we can make them turn the ball over, get the crowd into the game, we do not give the ball away, play ball control football, make him make plays. That's how we win this game.
Well, Dylan Raiola, 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. We've had trouble with Emmett Johnson and who are some other guys that fumbled the football?
Well, Raiola has a couple times. We got the ball back every time.
Yeah.
So
I think he's done that twice, and there's one other gentleman, can't remember off the top of my head.
And then you got Bryce Underwood with 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
But they played Oklahoma, so we haven't played anybody that good.
It's week 4, man. How do we know Oklahoma isn't just as good as Cincinnati? How do we really know that?
That's a great point.
How do we know that? What if we fucking beat the brakes off of Michigan and now Oklahoma drops out of the rankings and Cincinnati comes in 2 with us?
NIL.
Now, the other stat I had circled for Michigan is that they have 7 rushes for 20 plus yards. That's I feel like my key to the game. Obviously, turnovers is a great key there, doctor. But if we can minimize the big plays, rushing plays, because you saw the what was it a 54, 45-yard run that Houston Christian had for their only touchdown?
Yeah.
Can't have that. Got to be able to tackle, keep them in front of us, seal the corners, seal the edges.
That was an ugly play.
That was an ugly play. I barely remember that play, but I do remember that play, and it was ugly. Like, do you think that we'll see bigger guys coming in on the defense? Do you think we're gonna be stacking the box? You know, we got Javen Wright. Could we see him play instead of an outside linebacker position? You know, come out a little bit, and I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying, dude. I'm
I hear what you're saying though, Eddie, because even when I watched like when we had the whatever 3-3-5, yes, there was a few times where I'm like, we never really get a lot of pressure on this quarterback. Yes, I think we had 3 sacks this week, but overall, like Houston Christian boys, we should be getting in the backfield every goddamn play.
Yeah, correct. And what's stopping Nebraska? Even though we're a 3-3-5 defense, why can't we put 4 linemen down?
I think we should be we'll
You
probably
know,
be doing that this week. Is that another chess game from our coaches?
it could be, very well could be, but nobody can answer that except for when we see the game live on Saturday. I'm kind of in a in a pickle with this game. I I'm a little nervous, boys. I'm not gonna lie. Nebraska hasn't won a fucking AP top 25. Hasn't beaten AP top 25 opponent since 2016.
And Matt Rhule never has, I don't think.
Matt Rhule. No, it's been since. Oh, Matt Rhule never has in his coaching career.
I don't think it'll ever be a top 25 team.
Jesus H, dude.
We
Jesus.
also had it shut out a team since 09.
Exactly. It's time to break them. It's time to change
A lot
things around here.
lot of things changing this year, boys. This is where
Hey, is Bud Crawford walking us out?
I think he should, dude. If he doesn't, that'd be dumb of us. I
If
feel
Bud
like
Crawford walks us out, I am gonna live bet a lot of cash on that game.
and I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but you close your eyes and you look at the schedule.
Penn
Michigan,
State at Penn State.
yeah, yeah. It's Michigan, it's USC, and it's Penn State. These are the 3 teams that I'm like, all right, these are dogfights. The rest of them, if we play Husker football, boys,
USC has to come off a jet flight to Nebraska, though. So
and it's a night game,
and it's a night game.
blackout.
And black. Yeah. So yeah,
What did you say the first thing about USC?
they have to travel
Oh,
to Nebraska, get off of a jet lag.
So this is the first step to see if Husker football, the whole nation will be watching this game to see if because a lot of people say we're the dark horse to make the playoffs, and this is the game that proves or disproves that theory.
that's what I don't get about the national fucking media, bro. And what kind of pisses me off when I was doing research with this shit before. Michigan's favored 2.5 points, nothing crazy, but it's like, who the fuck is Michigan compared to who Nebraska is, and why do people have so much confidence in Michigan going into this game? They went 7-5 last year. We went 7-5 last year. We won a bowl game. They won a bowl game. They got a new quarterback. We have a fucking seasoned quarterback. It's like, why do you guys think that Michigan is the powerhouse, the national champions that they were 2 years ago? They're a whole different team, dude. This is not Jim Harbaugh, Michigan. This is Sharon Moore, Michigan. This isn't even Sharon Moore, Michigan. This is fucking Biff Podgy, Michigan, bro. It's like we're gonna beat the shit out of Michigan, is what I'm trying to say, dude. I really, bro. And as long as we stop Bryce Underwood from running, what advantage do they have against us? Maybe their defensive line.
Yeah.
Potentially their linebackers. I hate to say it, but Ernest Hausman, even though he left Nebraska, he's a pretty damn good linebacker.
Ernest Hausman is good. Yeah. Ernest Hausman is good. But I'm telling you, dude, this just people are acting like we're gonna face the fucking 2023 national champions.
I
We're
think
not, dude.
I
We're
think they see that
facing
we only beat Cincinnati by 3 points. That's a big part of it.
we won a Power Four game. They lost to Oklahoma, dude.
It is all bullshit because there is a narrative about the AP poll in general right now in the national landscape, and it is a lot of like, you heard that one chick from, I don't even know where she's from.
USC.
Like, I don't even know. It's fun. It'll all work out itself out. It's all a load of bullshit anyway. And I think we're what, 28 to 30 somewhere in there ranking right now. So when we win this game, we'll be ranked, obviously, and Michigan will probably
Obviously.
out. But I mean, it's all a load of bullshit. And it has strength of schedule, strength of record. I mean, Alabama's lost to who the hell they lose to? Florida State, but Florida State's ranked, and it's all a mess. That's how all of it works.
It's just like nobody's putting respect on our name. And I get that. Like that sometimes it's good to be the underdogs. And we don't really deserve any respect on our name either. Let's be honest, dude. Let's
Yeah, we
be
don't.
honest. But still, bro, why does Michigan deserve more respect than we do right now at this point in the season? Just because of the Cincinnati game, the way we played against Cincinnati? They did the same things to shitty opponents as we did to shitty opponents. You know? They went into Oklahoma and lost by 11 points. We beat a team by 3 points. I just don't understand it, dude. And
Michigan last year couldn't really throw the ball at all, and they still went 7-5. So I think a lot of people look at their team as like, okay, well, this Bryce Underwood, if he's even like a decent quarterback, then they should be better. I think that's how the national narrative
That they
is.
finished this season last year by beating Alabama, so that has to do with a lot of it too.
Yeah, that does help.
look what happened to Alabama week 1.
Right. That's my whole
Crazy,
thought, man.
crazy, dude.
Once the real polls come out, whatever, week 10 or whatever it is, the
And
CFP, well, that's when it really matters, boys.
and how good of a fucking quarterback is Bryce Underwood? Yeah, he can run the ball. That's about all he can do, dude. 57% completion rate. Only 2 touchdowns on the year. And you're telling me you beat Central Michigan 63-3 or whatever it is, and Buddy can only still fucking score 2 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Let's look at the stats here, boys. The numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie.
Hey, you're preaching to the goddamn choir, Eddie.
Yeah, and I just want people to know that, man. I hope some Michigan fans watch this shit and realize that you guys are a bunch of fucking scrubs. And when you come to Lincoln, you're going to get exposed. You're going to get exposed in national television, primetime, CBS.
So, what do you have any other key? I see a lot of highlighting and posts here in our little forum here, Eddie. Any other keys to the game, or how do you break this down? What are you getting at with this?
Look at the numbers, dude. We're better than them in almost every, like when you look at the things ranked, we're better.
We're fucking better. It's just too small to read. I'm sorry, but yes,
Yeah,
okay.
it is a little tiny to read, and I read them, but it's
Nebraska's better than Michigan, and let's fucking face it, guys. I'm ready to do a score prediction. I'll start it.
Go ahead.
27-17, Nebraska wins.
27-17, Nebraska wins. I
Hey,
like it.
10 points.
Ed, you can go ahead.
I think it's going to be fucking 31-10, bro. Nebraska wins. This is a statement game for Matt Rhule and the fucking Cornhuskers. And you think that shit's crazy, but I honestly don't think it's that crazy. Maybe it's 31 to I could see the running back getting the end zone a couple of times. Bryce Underwood break one loose one or two times, but dude, I'm just telling you right now, man. These guys, it's 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 them. Nobody believing in them, dude. It's Terrence Crawford going out last week and showing that Nebraska is putting Nebraska back on the map. It's a primetime game, CBS. It's in Lincoln. You think the fans aren't going to be fired up? We got beer at the stadium now, man. This is a whole nother Nebraska, dude. This is the same Michigan from last year. 31-3, Nebraska.
Wow. Doctor, what's your 2 cents here?
I think it's gonna be a
31
low scoring. I think it's gonna be a Big Ten football game. I don't think that their offense will be able to do much on us. I think we're gonna try to play ball control football. I think we're gonna win one possession game. I think it's gonna be 24-20. Nebraska wins it.
Okay, so Nebraska covers the spread from all of us.
And the under hit from all of us too, which is 45.5.
Yeah.
I
I
that's
think there's some I looked on Fox and the bets that have came in. Oh, it got deleted. No, never mind. Number of bets placed or percentage of bets placed, 88% on Michigan, 12% on Nebraska. Money wagered, 70% on Michigan, 30 on Nebraska. Yeah, it's us against the world right now.
well, with the line about a week ago was what 3.5 in favor of Michigan. Then it went all the way down to 1.5 in favor of
Mhm.
Michigan, and now to 2.5. So I think there are some people out there. There's enough of them
Yeah.
that believe in the Big Red like we do.
All I need is us though. All I need is 90,000 in Lincoln to believe.
So you're gonna be at Costa Mesa, Doctor. Where are you gonna be located? At your house?
At the crib.
At the
Get
crib?
home from
Where are you going to be, Aaron? Do you have big news for us?
I will actually be in my house. We're dog sitting a dog this weekend, so I will be at my house.
Uh,
What's going on?
what's going on in the background? There's here.
God, you're like,
David and Nolan just walked in.
do they not fucking know we're recording this fucking
Yeah,
national?
tell them to shut the fuck up, dude. Fucking up our audio.
Jesus.
No,
Okay.
dude. I'm just
I feel better talking it out. We know the keys to the game. We're not scared. As long as we can play Husker football, it's a dub.
in all of the players' press conferences today, they were asking about this guy, Bryce Underwood. They were asking about their running back. They were asking about a couple of linebackers on the defense for Dylan Ryle. He goes, honestly, it's a Big Ten football team. They're Michigan. They're good, but just like Houston Christian, just like Akron, it's all up to us, dude. It's how we play our game. And I think that's like the big thing that they're really banking on too is, hey, we can go up against anybody in the nation, dude. We proved it last year when we went into Columbus and almost beat Ohio State. You know, we got guys. We got guys, man. Eli, you said it earlier when NIL. We got fucking dudes that can play, bro. And I'm just excited to finally see something happen. That's it, man.
That's it, man.
And I think we've waited long enough as a fan base. I think our time is going to come. You know? And yeah, granted, we're going to win by however many points tomorrow or on Saturday, and we're going to come back to the pod and be pissed off about something. But let us rejoice in this win when we do have the win. I'm gonna party hard, dude.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna,
promise you, if we win this game, I won't be complaining about shit. I will be enjoying this game.
yeah. I don't care how many points we win by. We can win by half a point. If it's 20 and a half to 20 somehow, I'm gonna love it.
Yep.
Doctor, are you in the bathroom?
No, not. I'm standing up so we're trying to get audio out of here so it doesn't fuck up the background.
I this week is kind of boring. The whole college football slate. There's nothing really crazy. Got Texas Tech.
Miami plays Florida. They're gonna get rolled.
Okay, And the spread for that is 7.5.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Th-
Trap.
That's a no, that's a Billy Napier going away party, is what that is, dude.
Yeah.
That is what that is. Illinois and Indiana.
Big
That
game.
that could be something good. Number 9 against number 19. Um, nothing.
I like Illinois.
You like Illinois?
I like Illinois.
Yep.
And I did win for the people at home. I did win my double your money parlay this week. So I'm at $800 for the pot. So I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do this week to put it to 1600.
Do you got any ideas so far?
I
Or
haven't looked at the slate. I usually like to wait till about Thursday, Friday to like really dive in.
Mhm.
I never put Nebraska in there because you have to separate business and pleasure.
No,
Yeah.
for real, for sure.
Yeah.
But last week, shout out to Ole Miss whooping Arkansas's ass and LSU beating Florida's ass.
Shout out. I think you put Miami and Florida on there. Money line. If the spread is only 7.5, you'll get a good money line score.
I'll let the boys know.
Let the boys know.
Got some cooking to do.
Um, yeah, guys, that's about it. I mean, I feel like once we get done with this Michigan game, we'll have a nice even thing on our podcast where we talk about the old game, we preview the new game. It's going to be a little bit smoother. Today we didn't know what to talk about. Houston Christian, Michigan. My head's spinning. My
Yeah.
head's spinning.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
can't stop thinking about it.
it's week 4, dude. I'm having people at Beach Bowl ask me, "So Eddie, is Nebraska going to win this week?" I go, "Fuck yeah, they're going to win." I act like we're going to win by 90 because that's what I always do. But in reality, in the back of my head, I'm going, I really hope we win, man, because I'm tired of it, and the players are tired of it. Matt Rhule is tired of it. The state of Nebraska is tired of it. Terrence Crawford, he was tired of it. He did his job. Let's do ours. And I think that about sums it up, man. This week,
Why you play on Saturdays. It's why they play on Saturdays. We can do all the talking we want. We can sit here for 24 hours. It's why they play on Saturdays.
And how about this? Maybe a little something more to sprinkle into the fire. Sharon Moore picked this game. He picked this game. He had 3 games that he could be suspended from. Sharon Moore said, "I'll do it against Central Michigan and Nebraska, and then next year I'll do another one."
Wow.
Yeah. He said, "I don't have to coach this game." How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel, Marquise? How does that make you feel, Dylan Raiola?
Oh, here's another thing to throw on the fire. Connor Stallions posted a picture of the Nebraska film on his Twitter
Oh, fuck.
and added Will Compton, or tagged Will Compton. I'm like, holy shit, if Connor Stallions fucking gets in this, I don't even know, dude. But that's hilarious.
I don't even want to think
Bill?
about that.
Here's the thing: I've never heard of Bill Poggi before this last week. Is Bill Poggi a fake person and it's Connor Stallions in a fat suit?
Apparently, homie, if I have heard this correctly, apparently he's like just a football guy. He's been around the block. He's like a millionaire. I think he had a hedge fund, if I remember.
Yeah. No, he
Wait,
had a hedge fund and then sold it for like hundreds of millions of dollars, and now just coaches football.
so we got to respect these boys. At the end of the day, they like ball. They get paid for ball just like we do, and it's Big Ten, man. I love it. We're finally into the real part of the season.
Less than a minute left here, boys. Any closing remarks? Um, it's just fuck Michigan, bro. It's the Bussin Bowl.
Bussin' ball
Let's get a trophy this week.
trophy game.
Bad
Trophy
week
game.
to be a Wolverine.
Bad week to be a Wolverine, baby. All right, folks. That was episode 76 of Husk Grape Radio. Thank you for joining us. Bleed red, shit corn. Go big red.
Red.
Bang.